Here we go, guys. What can I play? What can I play? This time, never played it. I'm going to play b6. So I'm playing against a 1200 and I'm making this video because I want to let you know that you can win even without theory against pretty much every player at every rating. Maybe not at title level, but we're not talking about that now. And I'm going to show you what are the mistakes that doesn't allow player like this guy, which is 1200, to get better. So let's see. Now, I could play e5, gaining space, which doesn't look stupid, actually. So I'm going to play it. If you can gain space, usually is not a bad thing. I wouldn't suggest though to take too much space, because if you do, you're going to have more weaknesses than positive aspects. So he defends his position, playing pawn on d3, which I mean is playable. If I copy him though, my bishop is not going to be good, so it's better to develop the bishop before playing d6. So I want to develop the bishop, and after that, I'm going to develop the knight and castle short. Otherwise, I could also decide to castle long. I'm not sure, but it could be a possibility. I have to be careful though that this bishop is not tapped. I play d6, defending the pawn. He still can't tap my bishop. And the castle, right. Now, there is also the idea to castle long, actually, which might be a good idea. But before doing that, I want to develop the knight. This time I'm going to develop the knight on c6, because I want to put it on d4. Yeah, now he's threatening to tap my bishop, so I'm going to play b5. b5 doesn't allow him to tap my bishop, as you see. Wow, he's really trying to tap it. So I'm going to defend the pawn. If we push again, I just put the bishop on a7 and I don't have problems. And as you see, yeah, it's true that it's gaining a lot of space, but this pawn is starting to get weak. I wouldn't suggest to do that. Computer might like it. Usually computer loves space, but we are humans, we are not computer, and I wouldn't really suggest to play like that. These are hard to defend in the future. Now, I could develop the knight. I could do something with the queen. I'm going to develop the knight on e7 because I want to play f5. That's my plan. f5 will be great. Queen on d7, castle long or castle short. It depends on what my opponent does. The good thing about not castling early on is that you have the chance to decide where to castle and to change the game. Now, it's not that it's always good to castle late in the game. Usually it's better to castle early on, but this time I don't see particular problems. Even if you try to open the position, I mean... The fact though is that if I castle long, it's going to launch all this pawn against me, so it makes sense to castle short. Also now this pawn is defended, maybe I had some ideas to attack my pawn. And I want to play f5, obviously. I could also develop the queen before, which is logical, develop all your pieces before doing something else. You obviously want to push this pawn. I'm going to play f5, because if he takes, I'm going to take with the knight, and there is another defender of the square. You could still play d4, but I don't know, at that point it looks like it's weaker. Also, I shouldn't have that many problems on the light square diagonal, because his light square is on g2. I have to be careful about the queen though. Yeah, this provokes other weaknesses, and it's not only that, now there is the concept of danger level. You probably watch Levi. If you take this pawn, the knight is attacked, so if you take this pawn, I'm going to win a piece. If you push this pawn, I'm going to win a piece, so still the same. I mean, I take, push, take the knight, you take my knight, I take the bishop, you take my bishop, I take with check, so I also win a piece. Now, probably I'm not winning a pawn exactly because he has this move, but at least he has a lot less pressure. Be careful though, not to hang a fork. Be careful. This is pretty much hangable. I'm going to play queen on d7, so I don't get forked. That's my plan. If you take this pawn, I'm going to take it with the knight. The bishop is open. Looks like I'm not going to. This pawn is hanging, but at this point, let me think. Could also play h6, and I think he has to go away. If he checks me with the bishop, yeah, whatever. My position looks sus, I have to say. Looks a bit weak. Maybe I'm wrong, but looks weak. I have to say though that his position also is weak. Now, he did one of the worst thing he could have possibly done. He had a good attack going on. Why would you give me your bishop? The bishop is one of the strongest assets you have if you have a Fianchetto bishop. This bishop was a beast, honestly. It was attacking my king side and I was in trouble, but if you played your bishop, I don't have problems now, and I still have bishops. Now these bishops are sniper. Now, if I take with the bishop, I'm going to lose a pawn. No, I'm not even going to lose the pawn because defend the queen. But I don't want to do that. I have a better move. I let a mate. I split up, let a mate. And his knight is hanging. So I think it's GG after this move. Yeah, I think he missed this move, which is really good. But usually you shouldn't never play your bishop. And if you are attacking, never do that. You are just leading a good attacker. I'm safer. And after that though, because it played in a really bad way, I'm winning because now I am the attacker and you're going to lose a piece. What if you push this pawn? Take. He has to move the knight and he loses a piece. So he still loses piece. I guess he has to defend mate. If he plays move like knight e6, which might blunder. No, didn't blunder that. Now I'm happy to play queens because I know for the fact that I'm going to win a piece. So I'm going to be up a piece in this endgame, so it's over. Unless he has a really weird move, but I can see it. He has 2 pieces hanging and can't do too much about that. Yeah, I don't see what he can do, honestly. So he has all this problem for that played. I'm sure about that. That was a blunder. Yeah, pretty bad blunder, I have to say. Despite that, he was playing good. So let's check the analysis quickly. Yeah, that's fair enough. And so no, I don't think I missed something. Zero inaccuracy, zero mistake, zero blunder. Yeah, fair enough. I don't feel sorry. No, I'm feeling a bit sorry actually. I mean, he played with 82% accuracy. Is a normal accuracy of a 2000 player. Yeah, in fact, it was playing well. Yeah, I thought this move were logical. They're not great, but I mean, this is a logical move. What can I do? I had to see my bishop. That's the only move. That's really the only move. Yeah, f5 was the best move. I'm happy about that. I had to attack at this point not to develop the queen. I don't think he missed something till now. He played really well, but at this point he played this move, which yeah is inaccurate. I mean, it wasn't so bad in fact, but I'm going to take this pawn with time, and you're going to have a lot of weaknesses. Now I kinda have to do that, and I don't want, I don't want to get cooked. I want to get it, but not for. It's the best move, in fact. Why are you saying it's excellent? Shut up. And what? Yeah. This move is also logical. This pawn is hanging, I have to do something about that. This way is also going to lose the time because I have to move the knight. As I said, this move is a blunder. It's clearly a blunder because I'm going to take with the queen. But even if I'm not going to take with the queen, computer is saying bishop takes is -7. Is -7. Yeah, I mean, the knight is lost anyway. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, this way I also play the mate is the best move, it's really good. After that, I want to play queens. Yeah, I thought about knight takes. And I was pretty sure knight takes was the best move. I took with the queen because you have to learn something. If you can trade into a middle game or an end game where you are up a piece and there are not queens, you have to do that. You're not a computer, you can mistake. You can blunder. If there are not queens and you're up a piece, it's really hard that you lose. It's really hard that you lose. So I would suggest not to do that. Now my opponent decide because, I mean, yes, you move the knight, you lose this. And it's GG. I'm up a piece in an endgame. What can you do? It's -10. Yeah, it's -10 because my pieces are also pretty good. I have the center, I have the good pieces, I'm up a piece. I have the couple of bishop, I have everything is -10, that makes sense. So that's it for today guys, I hope you learned something. See you soon with the new